Hi, beautiful star beings of light and earth angels, light workers, giving you all a high five of light and love, celebrating your assistant today. We are in this exciting time of ascension right now, and I think it's very beautiful for us to understand more about our past and how timeline works. So in this video, I am trying to explain why many of us have connection to ancient Egypt, and why it's such a pivotal point of our Earth history, just like Lemuria and Atlantis. And in my previous video, you might have heard me talking about timelines, how timeline works, and how we can jump timeline, parallel universe, and so forth. In this lifetime, I want to focus more about Egypt and goddess Isis. I have had some profound experiences with goddess Isis, and through her healing and accessing the Akashic records, learned about Egypt. And Egypt in itself, ancient Egypt, was created to help humanity. There were a lot of extraterrestrial influences from Sirius, from Venus, and from other star systems to help humanity ascend in this ascension cycle. A lot of you guys, starseeds, also incarnated, right, in physical form in ancient Egypt for that very reason. You guys are envoys, you guys are messengers, you guys are guides and mentors. In Egypt, though, over time, there was an infiltration by the dark. So much so that because there's such powerful magic back then, it creates a fabric of time-space reality where one Egypt, originally of light, was somehow infiltrated and went down into a lower vibration where some of the imbalanced energy started to take over. In ancient Egypt, there was a lot of pure sacred teachings. Magic and spirituality was available to all. There was like priestesshood or priesthood of light, of learning, of love. You will notice some of the famous figures on Egypt. Some of them have also been infiltrated. Why did some people in the Akash remember Queen Nefertiti? Or Nefertiti, excuse my pronunciation, was a good queen, and in other people's Akashic records, she was working with the reptilians. Because there's two timelines here. There's one timeline where the royalties of Egypt were good to the people. And then the other, which was infiltrated by the draconian Orion Empire, was infiltrated and tainted. And so that's why people will have these two kind of Akashic remembrance. Some people call it the Mandela effect. So it's important for us to go and heal our Egyptian wounds and Egyptian blockages, because then we can realign and mend the timeline so that we return back to the light timeline of Egypt. And this is also why Isis now also have such two energies surrounding her. She is such an ancient, powerful, omnipresent goddess. It's crazy. There was one point in one of my channeling where I was able to fully feel into her energy and channel light language. And her light language is nothing like I've ever channeled before. Very strong, and it's crazy, but super duper powerful. She's very powerful, and she has embodied herself in ancient Egypt, and she had priestesses, she has schools of priests and children that would learn from her, and she has so much love with her children. She was such a powerful magic user. She can harness source energy into a crystalline. Looks like a crystal, maybe it's a device or advanced technology, I don't know, but she can harness it. And the priestesses themselves are learned how to harness this energy. Think Nikola Tesla free energy is like a tower like that, continuous source of energy. And you are taught how to draw this infinite energy for your own spiritual awaken, meditation, or healing. That crystal, from what I can remember, was tainted. And it hurt Goddess Isis in a way that where she had to crush the crystal. When she crushed the crystal, the pyramid started to crumble. The outer layer of that white, crystalline, beautiful marble started to crumble because she knew the dark has infiltrated, and the way to protect the people of Earth is to, in a way, deactivate the pyramids. And so that's what I remembered so far from my Akashic remembrance. So it's very interesting. And that's why I'm here to bring forth this message today, is to understand timeline and Isis' message of purifying, right? You can see the dark trying to taint her name, right? With that group, with the same pronunciation as her name. They're trying to once again taint that goddess pure energy. And so there are us who are embodiment of the divine goddess, and each of you have the goddess, whether you're female, male, however you express yourself or identify, you have the goddess within you. That's why you're here. And so I feel that the message here is to heal ourselves so that we can bring forth this unity timeline back to Earth, mending the timeline so that we return to the light. Really letting these lower timelines dissolve into the second dimension, the older dimension, and really return to that golden era of light where our soul is ours, where our soul is not being enslaved. And it went pretty dark in Egypt when they tainted these teachings. They started trapping people's soul fragments through dark magic. Because the dark doesn't know how to connect with source. They don't know where to find this infinite supply of energy. So they think they have to get it from other light beings or other sources of energy. And so there was some crazy stuff that happened in Egypt. And even now, right, it still continues. It's being cleared now. But that's why you hear the artists say, don't sell your soul. Because they have sold their soul to, who. And so when a lot of your healing, in your timeline healing, what you're doing is you're clearing, and then you are retrieving your soul fragments to basically patch our light body back together. I also received the message that the chakras in itself was somehow created. Think about a light body, right? A prism is white. And when it's separated into light, that's where it's the chakra system. And you hear people talking about, even I have talked about in 2 of my videos, to integrate the chakras by healing them into a column of rainbow light and activating your 5D crystalline light body, or the Merkaba. And you can see the Merkaba is white, and it integrates all of the rainbow ray into that white light, that light body. And in doing so, the next level is to activate the infinite light body. It looks like an infinity symbol. That's why it always reminds people of the angels, because it looks like an angel wing. So those are the messages I wanted to share today in this video, is to go back, heal your Egyptian wounds. I know that mostly all my core wounds mostly come from that. So healing our Egyptian past wounds and really reclaiming that golden light of our soul, the white light of our light body. And understanding timeline, understanding your consciousness, have the ability to tune into the timeline that you want. Don't let those dark people tell you otherwise. We are in a different realm now. Their time has come and gone. Now is the age of Aquarius. So light workers are in charge now. We are almost there. There's still going to be some purging, some chaos that will happen. But I know that we are always guided. We are so supported by so many light beings in different multiverses. We can do this. We can do this together. Thank you so much for listening to this message today. I hope that it has helped you, inspired you, or maybe helped you remember some stuff that can help you forward and upwards in your journey. If you need some help, I do offer support in courses, training academies, and also private sessions. Of course, you always want to trust yourself, but there are times that we need to have other help us. I have my own healers that I go to. I do my own channelings, but there's some times when someone is there to hold space for you, you feel better. So I think that's why it's easier for me to channel for other people than for myself, so that it creates that unity consciousness. It connects light workers together. Sending you lots of love, lots of light from the Creator. Go out there, work your magic, and shine your light.